So let's see the solution of this problem now. So there are 4 problems in this one. First one is this, the switch is open, then at what time steady state will be reached? Then steady state is reached, so at that time what is the voltage across the capacitor? Then switch S is closed, then when will the steady state reach? And if steady state has been reached, then what is the voltage across the capacitor? So 2 circuits are there and 4 questions are there. So firstly, the switch S is on. So if switch S is open, then how will your circuit look like? This is how your circuit will look like. This is 5 volt, right? So now what will happen, as we have already seen this example in our class notes only. So what will happen? There is high chances that this diode will turn on because this 5 volt will deliver the current in this direction. And if it is delivering the current in this direction, that means the current is flowing from P to N in the diode. So diode will turn on. So if diode is turning on, then diode can be replaced with a simple battery. So if diode is replaced with the battery, then it will be replaced something like this with the cut-in voltage of 1 volt. It is given that the cut-in voltage of diode is 1 volt. So that is 1 volt. This is capacitor C which was having 5 volt and it is replaced with 1 volt. So now what is the voltage that is coming across the inductor? That is 4 volt, right? 5 minus 1, 4 volt is coming. So in which direction the current would flow? The current would flow in this direction, ILT. So I can write down the ILT equation. What that ILT equation would be? So there are 2 sources, 5 volt and 1 volt. Now what is the total voltage across the inductor? What is the initial current across the inductor? What is the initial current? I told you how to write it intuitively. What is the initial current? 0. At steady state, what will be the current? At steady state, inductor will be shorted and capacitor will be open circuited. If capacitor is open circuited, both are connected in series, so certainly it will also be 0. At steady state also it is 0, initially also it is 0. That means what will be the response? The response will be sinusoid. And how do you find the response? Response will be sinusoid. So some magnitude into sinusoid. What will be that magnitude? Voltage by resistance. Voltage into root C by L. So this is the intuitive method. This is how we write down the current equation. If you don't know, you can watch the lecture. Then only you will be able to understand how did I write it from here. Initially 0. At steady state also it is 0. That means this will be the current equation. It will follow sinusoid rule. So it will be 4 into root C by L sin omega t. If you keep on applying Laplace transform, it will be very tough. That's why we have developed this method. So 1 by root LC, 1 by root LC. So, and root C by L would be 1 only. So 4 sin t by 2. This is the expression we are getting. This is your ILT. Now tell me, when will the steady state reach? The switch S is open. So current is flowing in this manner. But the current is sinusoid. After some time, it will change its direction. If the current tries to change its direction, then what will happen? Diode will be off. Say yes or no? If the current tries to change its direction, then diode will be off. Because what is the waveform of current? Let this question be here, but we have to proceed. What is the waveform of the current? Waveform of the current is something like this. Right? This is your ILT. From 0 to 4 it was going. ILT was 4 sin t by 2. 4 sin t by 2. So when it will be 0? When it will be 0? At what time it will be 0? When t by 2 is equals to pi. When t by 2 is equals to pi, at that time it will be 0. So this time should be 2 pi. After that, what will happen? The current will try to go to negative. If it is trying to go to negative, at that time only the diode will be turning off. At t equals to 2 pi plus, what will happen? The current tries to go to negative. That means diode will be off. Diode will be off. And if diode is off, that means there is no current flow now. If diode is off, then inductor is different and capacitor is different. There is no connection between inductor and capacitor. Both are different. So this is how your circuit will look like. There is no connection. So this is the steady state. Say yes or no? Here the current is 0 ampere. Current will be 0 ampere now. Because here the current was 0 ampere. It tries to change the direction, but it is gone now. Now we don't know what is the voltage across the capacitor. At t equals to 2 pi. But when will be the steady state reach? This is the time when steady state reach. Steady state reached. Steady state. So that means steady state reaches at 2 pi second. This we got to know. So this is our one of the answer. That it reaches at 2 pi second. At that time, what is the voltage across the capacitor? So for that, we need to find out the expression of VCT. This was our VCT. So we need to find out the expression of VCT. So how many sources are there? 5 volt is there, 1 volt is there. So this was the scene. This is our capacitor and VCT we are writing. So VCT expression we are writing. So initial voltage was 5 volt. So because of 5 volt, initial voltage is 5 volt. What we need to do? We need to apply superposition theorem. So 1 volt we are not going to consider. There was no initial current in the inductor as well. So initial voltage was 5 volts. And at steady state, it will be 0 if I am applying superposition. That means I am not considering this 1 volt source. If I am not considering this 1 volt source, that means because of this 5 volt, only because of this 5 volt, initially we will have 5 volt across the capacitor, and at steady state it will be 0. Why it will be 0? Because this is shorted. 1 volt is shorted and there was no initial condition here. So basically complete circuit will be shorted only. So there would be no voltage. So because of this, we will write 4 cos omega naught t. Now I will only consider this 1 volt source. If there is this 1 volt source, and I will not consider this 5 volt source. So at t equals to 0, you are having 0 voltage, but at steady state, what voltage you will have? This will be shorted, this will be open circuited. So if this was 0, this was ground, then this is 0, 0, 0, this would be 1 volt. Right? At steady state, this would be 1 volt. If I am considering only 1 volt source, I hope you are understanding. I am applying the superposition theorem. I cannot give you the concept right from the scratch. For that, you can watch my comprehensive lectures that is available on YouTube only. So this inductor will be shorted at steady state. This will be open circuited. So that would be 1 volt. So what I will write? 5 cos omega naught t plus 1 and then bracket 1 minus cos omega naught t. So this will be my final expression. That would be 1 plus 4 cos omega naught t. And omega naught is 1 by 2. That we know. So this would be my final VCT expression. Say yes or no. Understood? And you can check here as well. At t equals to 0, what is the voltage you are having? 5 volt. Right? You can check from here as well. So this is your VCT. So as the time of steady state, what was the time of steady state? That was 2 pi. So at the time of steady state, what would be the voltage here? That would be 1 minus, put t equals to 2 pi here. So it would become pi, and cos pi is minus 1. So 1 minus 4. That means minus 3 volt. So at this time, you would be having minus 3 volt here. Say yes or no. You would be having minus 3 volt here. Or you can say I was having 3 volt in this direction. So this capacitor got discharged. From 5 volt to it got discharged to minus 3. From 5 to it has went to minus 3. So this has happened with the capacitor. After that, there was no further discharging because the diode went off. So find the steady state voltage across the capacitor. That would be minus 3 volt. So this is a very, very famous question that has been asked in the GATE examination for 3 to 4 times. Okay. But they never connected 2 diodes. So I am really hoping that they will connect 2 diodes now. So if they connect 2 diodes, it will be very, very interesting. So now we will check out what will happen if they connected 2 diodes. Because switch S is closed now, that means 2 diodes are connected. And their polarities are opposite. First one is towards this direction. And the second one is towards this direction. Question is same. Initial condition is same. Everything is pretty same. This is L, this is C. This is having 5 volt. Right? This was your diode D1. This was your diode D2. So initially what will happen? This is 5 volt. So capacitor will discharge in this direction. So which diode will turn on? D1 will turn on. Initially, D1 turns on. Right? And D2 is off. Why D2 is off? Because one of them will turn on. No. Because if current is flowing in this direction, that means D1 turns off, then D2 will be off. So D1 turns on. So what will be your circuit? Exactly the same which we have already solved. The same manner. This will be your circuit, right? This is 1 volt. This capacitor C was initially having 5 volt. Right? So can I draw the waveforms? IL waveform I know. Right? I know the IL waveform. It will go till 2 pi. This is 4. This was your ILT. ILT I am taking in this direction. And VCT is this direction. And what about VCT? Because this analysis we have already done. So VCT have went from 5 volt to minus 3 volt. 5 volt to, it has went from 5 to minus 3. 5 to minus 3 volt. Okay. This is your VCT. Now in the previous problem, what was happening? Here the current was going negative, right? Current was going negative. Just as the current tries to go negative, in the previous problem, the diode was turning off. But here, if the current tries to go negative, then what will happen? D2 turns on. Say yes or no. After at t equals to 2 pi plus, what will happen? The current tries to go negative, that means D2 turns on. So at t equals to t by 2 plus, D2 turns on. D2 turns on. Now we will check at t equals to 2 pi plus what is happening. D2 turns on. So if D2 turns on, it will be replaced with this 1 volt battery here. Okay. And the capacitor was charged for 3 volt, right? Capacitor was charged for 3 volt. Minus 3, that means in this direction it was charged for 3 volt. Now in which direction current would flow? In this direction only. Say yes or no. In this direction, because 3 volt will give the charge in this direction. And what is the current in the inductor? It is 0 ampere only. Here you get to know that here you left the inductor with 0 ampere current. So inductor is driving 0 ampere current only. But now the current can flow in the opposite direction. Current can flow in this direction. Current will flow in this direction and it will charge the capacitor now. Okay, so current will flow in this direction, but we have taken IL in this direction only. This is the direction of ILT. So what will be the voltage across the inductor now? If this was 0, then this would have been minus 3, this would have been minus 2. 0, minus 3 plus 1, minus 2. That means in this direction, it is having 2 volt. So better I should remove this current one. So in this direction, it is having 2 volt, and in this direction, the current is flowing. Current is flowing in this direction. So can I write down the ILT expression? What will be my ILT expression? ILT expression, that would be minus 2 sine omega naught t. Omega naught is same only. So minus 2 sine t by 2. Say yes or no? Right? But we are starting from 2 pi, so better I should write t minus 2 pi by 2. Did you understand what did I do here? I am not starting from t equals to 0. I am starting from t equals to 2 pi. This expression I am getting after t equals to 2 pi. So whatever that is 0, that would be our 2 pi. If I put t equals to 2 pi here, it would be 0. If I put t equals to 3 pi here, that means it would be pi. So instead of t, I have put t minus 2 pi. This we do a lot of time in transient. The switch turns on at t equals to 1 second. Then what will write? E to the power minus t minus 1 by 2. Because we are starting from t equals to 1. So here we are starting from t equals to 2 pi. This is happening at t equals to 2 pi. So here I can write t minus 2 pi by 2. Right? So this is the current equation. So if I draw the current waveform. So initially it was going in this manner. 0 to 4 for 2 pi time. Now when it will become 0 again, now it will follow in the negative direction. This was 4, right? This is your ILT. When it will go in the, now it is going into the negative direction, when it will go to 0 again with the magnitude of 2. Magnitude of 2. So when it will go to 0 again, when this particular value is t minus 2 pi by 2 is equals to pi. That means t is equals to 4 pi. So here at 4 pi, this will go to 0 again. After that, it will try to go to positive, right? So at that time, this current will be 0. After that, at t equals to 4 pi plus, what will happen? The inductor current will try to be positive. And if it tries to be positive, if the current tries to be positive, that means current is flowing in this direction. What does that mean? That means this diode will turn on. Initially, what was happening? The current was flowing in this direction. So diode D1 was turning on. Then suddenly the current tries to change its polarity. So it started flowing in left to right. If it is flowing from left to right, then D2 turns on. Now if D2 turns on, then this is the waveform of current. So now after 2 pi time, that means at t equals to 4 pi plus, again current is saying that I will flow in this direction. So again it will turn on diode D1. So we will turn on diode D1 now, but before that, we need to write the capacitor waveform as well. Because what is the capacitor voltage, that we don't know. So let's write down the capacitor voltage. So because of minus 3 volt only, what it would be? Minus 3 cos omega naught t. Right? And because of this 1 volt, because of this minus 1 volt, initially there was 0, and because of this minus 1 volt, at steady state, it will have minus 1 volt. So minus 1 bracket 1 minus cos omega naught t. So this is what we will get. So it would be minus 3 plus 1 minus 2 cos omega naught t minus 1. So this will be the expression we will get. Minus 2 cos omega naught t minus 1. But again, one error I did here. Again, I need to put t minus 2 pi. Okay. So what would be the actual equation? Minus 2 cos omega naught is 1 by 2. So t minus 2 pi by 2 minus 1. Instead of t, I need to put t minus 2 pi, right? Because we are starting from t 2 pi plus. So t minus 2 pi I need to write. So at t equals to 4 pi, what we are getting? VCT value at t equals to 4 pi. What we will get? At t equals to 4 pi, it would be pi. At t equals to 4 pi, if you put 4 pi here, 4 pi minus 2 pi would be 2 pi. 2 pi by 2 would be pi. So cos pi is minus 1. So 2 minus 1, 1 volt. So at t equals to 4 pi, at t equals to 4 pi, you are having 1 volt. Okay. So I need to add another page. So what is our waveform of capacitor? So what was our waveform of capacitor? It started from 5. Then in 2 pi time, it went to minus 3. Then in another 2 pi time, it from minus 3 to plus 1. From minus 3 to plus 1 at 4 pi. Now let's check what happens. Now again we have to check what will happen in the circuit. So now D1 has turned on. So this is your inductor. Again, what is the inductor current? At t equals to 4 pi plus. I am drawing the circuit at t equals to 4 pi plus. What is the inductor current? It is 0 only. Which diode has turned on? This diode D1 has turned on. This diode D1 has turned on. This is 1 volt. Now this is the capacitor C. This is the capacitor C, which is having 1 volt in this direction. This is C, this is L. It is having 1 volt in this direction. Right? So this is having 1 volt. Now what will happen? Now let's try writing the ILT equation. So what will be your ILT now? This is 1. What is the voltage across the inductor? 1 minus 1, 0 volt. What is the voltage across the inductor? That is 0 volt. So what will be ILT? 0 into something. So that would be 0 ampere only. So now in this condition, after this condition, the steady state has reached. Okay. The steady state has reached. So this is the steady state potential only. So this is the steady state condition. At t equals to 4 pi, steady state has reached. So this is the steady state condition. Okay. So here the steady state has reached. So this would be your final capacitor waveform. VCT. So it would be 1 volt. And here this will drive 0 ampere current. After that, it would be driving 0 ampere current. Always it would be driving 0 ampere. So what is the steady state voltage across the capacitor? VC steady state. It would be always 4 volt. And when did we reach the steady state? At t equals to 4 pi. When did we reach the steady state? At t equals to 4 pi. So did you understand the difference between both of the problems? In the first one, there was only the diode, one diode. So it wasn't allowing the current to flow in the opposite direction. But in the next problem, there was 2 diode. So it would allow the current to flow in the opposite direction. But if the voltage across the inductor is becoming 0, if the voltage across the inductor is becoming 0, that means there will be no current. If there is no current, that means that is the steady state. There will be no charging, no discharging. If there is no current flowing, that is the steady state. Right? No further charging, no further discharging. You can write down the VCT equation as well. What you will get as VCT equation? So because of 1 volt, you will write 1 cos omega naught t. And because of this 1 volt, what you will write? 1 plus 1 minus cos omega naught t. Because for a steady state, you will have 1 only. So what you will get? 1 volt only. So VCT is also fixed. That is 1 volt. Or from here also you can see if the current that is flowing from the capacitor is 0, that means capacitor will not discharge. So that is fixed at 1 volt. So this is the steady state. So what is the steady state voltage across the capacitor? That is 1 volt. And the steady state is reached at 4 pi. So these kind of questions may come up in your examination. Okay. So yeah, I hope you must have understood it and it was a very, very good problem. Thank you.